The blaring sound of cars passing by filled the air of a decent-sized street, where pavement and trees lined up at uneven gaps. The street was unusually busy for a Sunday afternoon. Normally, families would be at the nearby pond or lounging inside their houses. Cardboard boxes lined the pavement, filled with books, old china, and forgotten trinkets, while neighbors milled about, offering a hand or sorting through keepsakes. It was a strange kind of gathering, not exactly a celebration, yet not quite a mourning. Nadia had expected it to feel heavier. Moving out Aunt April's things should have been solemn, a final farewell to a house that had stood still for 3 years since her passing. Instead, the process had a quiet rhythm. People lifted, packed, and reminisced with casual ease. "This one's quite light," a voice commented beside her, startling her from her thoughts. Nadia turned to see a man hoisting a box labeled paintings. He had a strong build, the kind of neighbor you'd be glad to have when your car battery died or your sink needed fixing, and he gave her an easy grin. "You can probably handle that one on your own," she mumbled. "Oh, I wasn't offering to share the weight. Just saying, April had an eye for art, didn't she?" "She did," Nadia said, her voice softening. "She never painted herself, but she had a habit of collecting interesting pieces." They set the box down on the porch, and he knelt to open it. His name was Sebastian, she remembered now. Seb, as her aunt used to call him. A chef who got laid off during the pandemic, he had sent her meals when she needed them and eventually started an online meal catering service. He lived just 2 houses down. Probably one of the few people who had seen the house when it was still full of life. As Sebastian pulled out the first canvas, Nadia stifled a laugh. "Well, that's something." The painting was old, but not in a prestigious way. The edges of the canvas had browned slightly, and the colors looked like they'd been mixed with an unsteady hand. A smear of murky yellow, uneven strokes of green, a red blotch that may or may not have been intentional. "It's like Van Gogh had a headache," Sebastian mused. Nadia chuckled, folding her arms. "Or like Picasso tried painting with his eyes closed." Despite its awkwardness, the painting was compelling. There was something about the way the colors clashed that made it hard to look away. "What do you think it's supposed to be?" Sebastian asked, tilting his head. "I was about to ask you," Nadia countered. They fell into quiet study, both stepping back to examine it like critics at an exhibition. "Maybe it's an abstract take on loneliness," Sebastian guessed. "That yellow looks sickly, like it's faded with time." Nadia arched an eyebrow. "I read that Van Gogh often used Indian yellow." "Hey, you do realize that the pigment Indian yellow was once made from the urine of cows fed only mango leaves, right? Maybe the artist just